Hey guys, fun fact, I actually look disgusting right now, but regardless of that, I actually did watch Hereditary recently because heard, I don't know if I heard it was good or bad, I just actually heard it was good. Like a lot of people wanted to see it and they wanted to check it out, and I wanted to check it out too. And I didn't know anything about it. I came in blind. So about like the first hour of the movie, I thought it was a psychological horror. Okay, I really did. Like when I saw it, it had all the signs of a psychological horror. There was a funeral. There was another funeral. The mother, had a history of maybe mental illness because it ran in her family. Like her brother had schizophrenia. Her mother was a little crazy. Her daughter was probably autistic or something, and her son is I don't know. It looked like maybe it could have been a good case for a psychological horror film of going through like a family undergoing some sort of psychosis after going through two funerals. Uh, One of which broke the family apart. You know what I'm saying? But instead, after the seance scene, it went to supernatural, and it got weird. It got really weird. It went from really good, really scary, really terrifying. I was actually on the edge of my seat, like my jaw would drop at certain moments. And and then after the seance scene, it got really weird and cartoony. I was actually laughing at some points because there was like a scene where. Hello?
Sorry.
Come on, man. This is my brother, Demolition, Arizona. And I'm Petra Moore.
No, you need to come up with a better YouTube handle.
This is all I got.
Alright, how about Animal Ranch?
Animal Ranch. I don't know. Can't I come up with something on my own without actually trademarking off of you?
Just helping you, bitch.
Like, I'm trying to do something original. Alright, he is brushing his teeth. Get out of here. Yeah, he flipped me off. And, meanwhile, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it got really weird. I actually was laughing close to the end of the movie because it started getting really bizarre. Like, yes, there was some supernatural instances that I did see in the movie that was okay, yeah, it's a little supernatural, alright, but maybe it's since it's only happening to the mom and the son and not to anyone else, maybe it's just maybe it's just them losing their mental minds. My arm's getting tired. Maybe. Maybe it's just them going crazy because I never seen, the supernatural instances happen to the father. Hello. But no, it finally does happen to the father. He lights up in flames. He actually lights up in flames because the wife is trying to convince, her husband, throw the journal into the fire, okay? Just throw it into the fire, please. And it's the husband is like, there's a dead body up there, a decapitated dead body. You want me to throw it in the fire? You think that if I do this for no, I'm gonna call the cops. She takes the journal, throws it in fire. Her husband lights up in flames, and then all hell breaks loose. And it's a little silly. Okay, let me say that like I said, I was laughing at the movie right around this point in time. I kid you not. She was floating. She was chasing after her son. At some point, the son ended up in the attic. And even though there was like one entranceway in the attic, so did the mom. Calling a plot hole right there. Probably the only one. Actually, there should have been a lot of others. Even though, what do you want? even though there's even though there should have been a lot of other plot holes, despite the fact that this movie is quote unquote a supernatural film and not a psychological horror, but it would have been so much better as a psychological horror.
I know, right?
Yeah! But beggars can't be choosers. Am I right? So, the son is up in the attic. He sees his mom sawing her head off with what I think is piano wire. And then he sees a couple of naked people in the house going like, hi. And then in the most Looney Tunes way possible, he jumps out the window. And that's when I started laughing. And then, I suppose he dies, and then this spirit takes over, which I'm assuming is Payman, whatever, I don't give a crap. And then, shortly after that, he sees, the mom, who's, I guess, a headless corpse after that, float up to the treehouse, which I also cracked up at that, because it's like, okay, this movie is taking the piss right here. And then, he climbs up to the treehouse, sees this shrine, sees a bunch of naked people and headless corpses bowing down to this shrine. Arms getting tired. And then he gets this crown on his head, gets told he's Payman and blah, 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 blah. Movie ends. And can I say that the movie... I used to like supernatural paranormal films. They used to be good. And I'm probably going to make a video about this later. Because at this point in time, psychological thriller horror films are actually way better than supernatural horror films. You know what I'm saying? But no, we got this shit. Although, to be fair, Babadook was actually pretty good. But, hey, whatever.